Good morning, everybody, and happy Monday. If you notice, the background looks a little bit naked right now. We are not trading calls or puts. We are just in a new studio here, and it is not fully built yet. It's going to be fully built soon, but bear with me this week. It's going to be an interesting week. But good morning to everybody out there. If you're here with me on the Discord or in the YouTube chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us this morning. Good morning to, my goodness, we got a lot of folks in here. Good morning, Dude, O'Keefe, The Duke, Mark, Angus, GC, Deviate, Tango, Luna. Good morning to Mike, Alec, Redberg, SW, Big Sky, Stevie, Silent NW, Potamus, Dustin, Cyrus, Rons, Darren, Decline, A-Trades, Big Sexy, good morning, Bird, HD, Franco, Ken, Vadim, Tron, Henny, good morning, Charisse, how we doing? Good morning, Julius, Shane, good morning to Mark, Silent NW Part 2, Rocket Beats, Seth Ruffler, good morning, good morning, good morning, good to see you. Good morning, Ransom, Jay, Trading is Freedom, Jordan, Nathan, Crypto, Michael, Richard, Slothfather, Marcello, good morning, Juju, how you doing there? Morning, TNT Praz, Drum, Chris, Darren, John, Moon Kim. What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing this morning? Does audio still sound good? Everything's good on the audio front? Yeah, we're just, a couple things just moving around here. Good morning, Tech Maestro. Yeah, so we're just going to be having a couple things moving and shaking around. Speaking of moving and shaking around, I don't know if you folks saw this, but GME is on the docket this morning. My goodness gracious. And does anybody know why this is just going straight to the moon? Well, it turns out that our friend Roaring Kitty, if you did see that, what was the GameStop movie called? Not all the documentaries that precluded that, but Dumb Money, that movie Dumb Money that came out talking about our friend Roaring Kitty, portrayed by, now I can't even think of the actor's name, but yeah, that was a movie that came out and talked about the GME stuff. Well, he's back, folks. They're going to have to make a part 2 of that movie because right now, if you're looking at what he posted, at least, if that's a real screenshot, it's from the real account. If it's not some phony baloney business, well, he posted on Reddit, which is very rare because he's been posting on Twitter like a madman. And for the first time in 3 years, I believe, he went and posted on Reddit. And on Reddit, he posted his position, and it looked like it was an all-in because he's in for quite a bit of money. And if you are looking at what he's up to right now, if he hasn't sold a single share, I believe he's up $500 million at this point. So up $500 million. So congratulations to anybody who was able to buy on Friday, I guess, or is deep into some calls on Friday. But yeah, it's insane. The power of social media, the power of these tweets, power of these posts on Reddit. Just insane that we're seeing that again. But I love it. I love it. It's weird, though, because most of this stuff, I think it happened back-to-back in January or February, back-to-back years, and now here we are in June. By the way, happy June, everyone. This is the final month of the first half of 2024. Did anybody feel like this month has really, really gone super, super fast, right? Or this first half of the year has gone super, super fast. It's been really, really crazy. Ribs, can I ask you a personal question? Of course, that's what we're here for, right? Why are trading XFA instead of trading live? I know you can copy 5 XFA, but live is straight to CME. I've received email. Mike is looking at my XFA for live. Nice. Congratulations there, Mick. So I like trading 5 XFAs currently because I want to feed that balance into my live account. That's my whole goal here. I want to feed the balance that I'm building up in my XFA accounts into my live account. That's the whole goal of what I'm trying to produce here by trading in my XFA accounts, because my live balance is a little bit scant right now. It's under $10,000, and I'd like my live balance to be, I don't know, I'm trying to gun for about $50,000 to $100,000 in the live account. Now, also, if you think about it, in my XFAs that I'm trading right now, I have 5 of those, and when I take one contract and I'm copying 5 across the board, well, then I trade one contract. It's like trading 5, but then my collective drawdown across those is $15,000, right? $15,000 worth of drawdown. Now, my account doesn't even have $15,000. My live account doesn't even have $15,000 in it. It's under $10,000 of the balance. So my live account can't even support the same amount of daily drawdown that my XFAs can. So I'm spreading that out. So I can take a 5 contract position and have a $15,000 worth of risk. Not that I'm going to try to use that, but I can spread out that risk by only trading a 5 contract position, 5 minis, $15,000 worth of drawdown versus, I could trade 1 mini and then have around $10,000 worth of drawdown. I think actually my drawdown is capped at $3,000. I changed those, the position with Mick. That's the other benefit. So with a live account, you can do whatever you want. So I'm just trying to build up the balance so you can transfer your balance from those XFA accounts if you're doing really, really well over into your live account. Now, I've been live trading with Top Step since January, I think is when they call it. Maybe it's December. January, December is when they called me up. But I can have that XFA balance moved into the live if I'm trading really, really well and they want to assume that risk and they say, okay, yeah, Rips, you've been trading really, really well. We want to keep that capital that you've produced in the XFAs over into the live. So you can consistently funnel money from your XFAs into your live account and then trade over in your live account. Obviously, if you're just taking money from your XFAs and putting your live and you're not touching it, there's obviously a problem there. They're going to take issue with that. But yeah, that's the point there. So does that make sense there, Mick? So I want to get my balance up there because I have a better drawdown and balance amount in my XFAs currently. And that to me, that just makes more sense for me to trade that. So basically I have 6 accounts right now. Good morning, KG Dana. I have my 1 Top Step live funded account, and then I have 5 XFAs. So I have 6 accounts with Top Step right now, which is great. It's fantastic. All right. So SW Rips, what were all the Mag 7 wicks about just now? I'm seeing it across the board on a couple of them. It's probably, I'm not getting any squawks. Hold on one second. I'm all over the place this morning a little bit because of the move and everything. Let me see if there's anything here. I'm going to move BT up here. Just bear with me for a short moment here. I have some random weird beeps going on one of these squawks and I can't figure out which one it is. So I have a bunch of beeps going in my ears. Good morning there, Scott, bro. A-Trades asks, question, since I started my XFAs, I've been trading 1 contract per trade. At what point do you think it would be good to scale into 2 contracts per trade and so forth? Are you trading on Top Step X? Because that's a really good question. If you're trading on Top Step X, it's a completely different answer. If you're trading on a different platform, there's going to be a completely different answer for you. Good morning. Current Dula. Yeah, if you're on Top Step X, I would be trading in the micros because it allows you more opportunity to scale. So instead of going from 1 contract on the minis to 2 contracts, you can go from 10 micros to 15 micros or 12 micros, 14 micros, something like that, because then you're going from 1 mini to 1.2, 1.4, 1.5 minis. So that's what I would be doing, A-Trades. And just taking it slow. There's really no rush because in the XFAs, you pay 1 lifetime fee and you don't have to worry about a monthly cost. So it's not like there's a gun to your head saying, oh, you got to trade. Take it really, really slow. Don't even aim for that $200 a day. Instead, just aim to take really, really good trades where you're respecting your risk management. That's what I'd be focused on there. Good morning, everyone. Hey, good morning to you, WD. The news might be Top Step X going to mobile. I feel like I saw a couple posts from people talking about that it's already working for them on mobile. So I don't know if that's true. I haven't tested myself. I literally had a 48-hour session of no sleep doing this whole move and everything. But yeah, I'm going to talk about that more on my socials for more stuff if you folks care about that stuff. But let's stick to trading today. Hi, Ribs. Why is it not possible to buy new Combine accounts from my XFA accounts? That would be great. I see. So are you saying you want to transfer a balance out of your XFAs to buy combines? That could be cool. So instead of taking a payout to your bank, you're taking a payout to buy combines. That's cool. I'll suggest it. I like that idea a lot, actually. I'll suggest that to the team. It does work on mobile. Just tried it out. Very, very cool. Top Step X mobile caused a run up. So I'm assuming that's what the announcement is today. I'm going to be on Top Step TV later today and tomorrow. So I'm going to be on for Power Hour with Dakota, my number 1 trading buddy, my favorite trader. And then tomorrow we're going to be doing Fast Markets again with Dakota and the rest of the team there. So I'm super, super excited about that. It's going to be a lot of fun. But let's talk about what we have on the docket for the trade here. Let's pull up NQ. We did have quite the run up here since Globex. It's just been kind of running. We're up about 100 points, I believe, since Globex. Where was the Globex open? Right around, was it all the way down here? My goodness. Wow. So yeah, we are 545. We are jamming on NQ right now. We are just running up like crazy. Just continuing to squeeze. These markets are just going infinite bid. We don't have any news that's going to be coming out this morning here, but let's go over the schedule for the week. Keep in mind, folks, this entire week, the Fed is actually in a blackout period, so we will not be hearing from any Fed speakers. So if you folks are from the camp where you hate those Fed speakers, you can't stand hearing from any of those Fed speakers, well, guess what? This week is your lucky week. You will not hear a single peep out of those Fed speakers at all leading up into FOMC. And if you didn't know, now you know. Fed speakers are out, and FOMC is going to be happening next Wednesday. Not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. So you get basically a week and a half of a break from Fed speakers, but they are not allowed to talk to any press up until after the FOMC announcement. It's always been this way. They always do this. So if you know, if like Kashkari jumps on or something like that, I would be shocked. I've never really seen them really speaking during the blackout periods. But today, after the market opens, we do have the S&P Global Manufacturing final read for May. That's going to be out at 9:45. We do get the ISM print coming out at 10 a.m. this morning. And then we have a Treasury auction, 3 and 6 month bill auction that's going to be out at 11:30 today. We also are expecting to hear the May total vehicle sales, but they don't have a schedule for that yet. So I'm not really expecting all that much. We do have construction spending. Thank you, Julie. That's coming out, but I don't expect that to move the needle all that much. I think that most folks are going to be watching the ISM manufacturing PMI that's going to be out basically at 10 a.m. today. 10 a.m. today. Again, no speakers. Tuesday, tomorrow, we do get the JOLTS job openings that are going to be out at 10 a.m. And we're also going to have the non-farm employment change on Wednesday. So a couple jobs numbers that are going to be important there. We do get the global services PMI also on Wednesday. The only ticket item that I have for tomorrow on Tuesday is going to be the JOLTS job openings. We do have some Mexican data that's going to be out in the pre-market. We'll talk about it right at 8 o'clock when we go live tomorrow. The Redbook retail sales, which of course nobody really cares about. We get the TIPP economic optimism tomorrow as well. But again, I don't expect that to move the needle all that much. Instead, I do think that this week is going to be a lot about positioning and a lot about news, although we do have a decent amount of news coming out on Friday. We'll get to that in just a moment. So on Wednesday as well, we get the DOE inventory, ISM services activity. On Thursday, we get the continuing and initial jobless claims, as we do every single Thursday. On Friday, of course, we do have Canadian unemployment, which can affect the U.S. markets ever so slightly. And then alongside of that, we get the change in non-farm payrolls, change in private payrolls, and change in manufacturing payrolls. So jobs are going to be on the docket this week. That's going to kind of be the theme of this week. If anybody is looking to trade off of any data this week, pay attention to the jobs, because that is what the Fed is also looking at as an important data set to kind of guide their rate decision right now, and possibly their trades. You never know. It's going to be guiding their rate decision. And if we're looking at the odds for the rates right now, we are looking at potentially no chance really of any kind of drops in the rates. Looking at the July meeting odds right now, we have a 15% chance or so of a rate drop, probably 85% chance of the rates staying where they are. Looking at the September meeting, we have about a 56% chance of the rates being dropped in September. So that's kind of where folks are starting to see the potential of rates starting to change, is in September. November, the odds skyrocket a little bit more, almost to 70%. And then by December, we have basically, it's a 88%, we'll just call it a 90% chance of a cut by December. So again, we're still looking at a 90% chance of a cut this year. So GME is still kind of moving around. Let's go back to GME. I am curious. Is anybody having any trades on GME this morning? Did anybody catch the run up at all? Did anybody take that? I know that we're all futures traders in here for the most part, but I am curious if anybody did catch the GME move at all. I know that a lot of folks probably were trying to trade for Robinhood, the after hours, like the 24/7 trading. I guess they shut off trading. I guess they created a new rule overnight where they said that if it's over 20%, that they're not allowed to trade it. I guess trading's halted. Big Mac says, I'm slapping my buy button, had the broker disable my sell button. There you go. All right, so what are we looking at here in the NQ? We have been kind of slowly drifting up, looking across the board, that Magnificent 7 right now. I want to bring up NVIDIA, because NVIDIA has been kind of dictating what's happening in the NASDAQ trade right now. You can see that over the last little bit here, we had this dip down in this valley, and we've been kind of trying to clear over this area right here. What I'd want to see for a breakout in NVIDIA today would be a breakout of this level. So basically 1135. So if we see a breakout of 1135, I would get very, very interested in NVIDIA and concurrently get interested in going long in the NQ there. That would be kind of the signal for the longs. Let me see if I can set up my, again, I'm all over the place here because of that move. Let's see here if this is the right accounts that I want to be trading in here. Go back to the NQ chart and the 15-minute bars. Yeah, so the range that I'm looking at here for the NQ specifically is to go back above this 695 into these 700s and then potentially auctioning all the way up to 755 there. Let me see which accounts I have selected here for this. I think that these would still copy correctly. Let's see. I do have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this is correct. Let's try something here. I just want to see if this actually, if all of my orders are still working here. I want to see if we can actually retest and get above those 700s and then kind of just get a position on. Get this set over here. And get my Stream Deck in my lap. And there we go. All right, we are above 700s here. See if this works. Is that copying? Looks like it is. Gonna go into the 1 minute, get a little more granular here. So as long as we're holding above 695 here, I do like this. We are seeing a little bit of a squeeze. Should probably get this over there. There we go. My Fed buddies and I are currently in Miami. We've been in the club since 9 p.m. That's from Jerome Powell directly. Oh my goodness gracious. Got to get some sleep there, Jerome. You have a big day next week. Yeah, Roaring Kitty is the reason why we are seeing GME pushing up right now. Let me ask this. Does anybody have any positions on right now? Does anybody, I think like GC had a long on earlier. Locked in profits on my brand new XFA. We'll be taking this one slow. Very, very nice there, Julius. Give it up for Julius over here. Super, super nice. I might actually just close this here. I just wanted to make sure all of my my stuff was working, and if we're going to hold above 700, I wanted to keep a position on. But Japan decreased its rates again. Yeah, we had some overnight news. I'm still trying to play a little bit of catch up here with the big move that I had kind of happening. Give it up for Josh in here. It looks like Joshman's riding longs this morning. 4K across my XFAs. Give it up. Very, very nice. Wait, what's going on here? Why is my... one of my buttons isn't working here. Give me a second. Wait for it. There we go. Got him. All right, sweet. Yeah, I might just actually close this position if we don't actually... see this whole thing here. What are the blue? And I can never tell if people are joking anymore when that question comes across, but that is the hourly high and the hourly low. It tells me exactly what was the hourly high and hourly low of the NQ here, because that's what we're tracking over here. And this is the 30-second chart, so you can see each one of my executions. Looking over the Mag 7 here, we do need to see Microsoft kind of holding these levels. Like I said earlier, we do need to see NVIDIA kind of breaking out of these levels here as well. Yeah, I'm leaning towards close here as we are kind of auctioning above those 700s, and we're not seeing that holding above those 700s. We are kind of drawing back down. If these 695s don't hold, this would be like my last attempt to try a position here. Let's see on this volume shelf if they're actually holding down here. I'm going to add one here just in case we are holding above these 690s. How did you set that up? Set what up? The hourly high and low? It's a custom indicator that I have for NinjaTrader there. How will you trade your first ever XFA? I mean, we'll have to hop in a time machine and go back to that time, I suppose. I don't really understand the question. Would you say that, like, how would I if I was in your shoes, or if I'm getting a brand new XFA for the very first time? Is that what we're saying? Take it slow is the answer. Trade really good trades and trade on the micros. Don't try to... I know a lot of people get those XFAs and the first thing they think is, I need to make $200 a day and they try to make $200 a day and they get their faces ripped off. Don't try to do that. Instead, just try to take it at your own pace and say, I want to take some really good trades here. That's what I would be focused on versus anything. Trying to take really good trades, not trying to go for $200 of profit in a day. So I really want to see this jump up above these 700s. If we get above these 700s, I think that we can squeeze into these 705s because we are seeing some green across the board from the Magnificent 7 here, but we're running into a little bit of resistance. Not a lot of liquidity this morning, basically given that we don't have much news that's coming out. Like I said, the first piece of news that's going to be out this morning is going to be at 9:45 is going to be, let's see here, I already forgot, the global manufacturing PMI. So PMI out at 9:45, 15 minutes after the open here. Rips, would you advise trading each XFA up to a healthy balance and copy trading all of them? You do whatever works for you. And, if XFAs are, if you're having trouble passing into XFAs, I mean, just take it slow. Just take it as slow as possible. I mean, that's all you need to be worried about trading is just take it as slow as you possibly can and get your bearings about you, because a lot of people jump into those XFAs. They get really, really nervous. They get very, very frightened and they start doing things crazy or they go on tilt a little bit. Just take it as slow as possible. Would I recommend copy trading? If you're comfortable copy trading, it's easy for you to pass. And, if that's kind of your MO, then yeah, maybe. But, for most people, XFAs are very much a big deal. So you should probably be taking it slow there and trying your hardest to not give any of that back and maintain that XFA for as long as you possibly can. Trading on the micros is a great opportunity to, especially on Top Step X, now that you can do the 10-to-1 conversion there. So we are just kind of waffling around our 691 level here. What was your declick to leave P&L and focus good trades when you were down, as you say regularly? Just time and experience in the market. You just have to really spend a lot of time and go through the losses. And I mean, the losses start to hurt less and less when you have a lot of them. So, I mean, being a good loser comes with, I guess, a lot of practice of being a loser. Practice losing by losing a lot. With time, you kind of figure out that it's not that bad and you just kind of get through. You understand that losing is part of the game. Losing is part of success in trading. All right, looking for these 7s to clear out. We've traded about 120 contracts there at those 700s there. Is Top Step getting rid of the DLL? I haven't heard anything about that. Was there some news that I missed? If you pass multiple accounts at one time, I would recommend trading one XFA to start until you get a payout, get some activation fees back. There you go. That's good advice. I like that a lot. I talked about this a little bit on Friday. It's worth going back and watching Friday's stream a little bit there, perhaps, and seeing what I was talking about with, resetting your mental and focusing on taking really good trades versus just trying to trade and, trying to hit these limits that you're setting for yourself, like $200 a day and so on and so forth. MP asked the question if people wanted to set their own DLL. I think that'd be a disaster. I think that'd be leading to more blown accounts personally. I'm actually going to run a poll real quick. I got my finger on my close button as well. All right, let's see. Do you want Top Step to remove the DLL and allow you to set your own? Yes, no. All right, let's see. I'm curious what you folks have to say about this here. Go ahead and vote in that poll. By the way, drop a lucky like on the video, as there are about 2,000 of you folks watching in here. That's not what MP asked? Oh, well, I don't know. I wasn't there for it. I'm just listening to what my chat is saying. If you folks are all gaslighting me, then go ahead. I have no idea. Let's see. Yeah, look. Oh, you folks are responsible. I'm glad that we have some responsible viewers in here. I like that. I like that you folks are taking the responsible route. I'll tell you, the maximum daily loss limit, the daily loss limit, all that stuff, that's, I mean, it's there to protect you, believe it or not. Look at this, 60-40. We get some yeses coming in. Should set a daily loss limit that's smaller than what Top Step allows. Yeah, I mean, this is more so, I feel like the people that are asking for this are not looking to decrease it. They're looking to just take it away because they're tilted and they're saying, I always hit my daily loss limit. It's baloney. Because think about it. Imagine if you get your XFA and you remove that daily loss limit. The great thing about Top Step is that when on a fresh account, you can't blow it in one single day. I mean, that's the best thing. Me personally, I think that's one of the top features of Top Step is it brings you out of the game if you're not reading the market well, and it stops you out and then you can't trade for the rest of the day. Yeah, I like that too. Just get a bigger account. I'm surprised 60-40. We have 500 votes in. We have about 2,000 people watching, so get those votes in, folks. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 votes here. I'm curious what you folks are thinking on this. Custom DLL would be a benefit to the disciplined trader, but a con to the gamblers. I think it would be, because Top Step caters to traders of all walks of life. I just think it would be a negative because people, you'd be getting your accounts blown more often than not, in my opinion. At least what I think. Let's see here. Thank you, Luna, for the help there. Yeah, I believe that there's a lot of people who are gamblers out there and they're looking for a quick fix. And if you're trying trading for a quick fix, I just think you should try something else. Maybe do some online slot machines or something like that. Learning the hard way to have a stop loss and risk strategy. Yeah, but if the company's going to be doing it for you, I think that's better to have those training wheels. If you want to change think about it this way. If you want to be trading your daily loss limit, if you want to have your daily loss limit changed from what the company who's going to fund you is allowing you, you know what I say? I say earn it. Earn it by trading really, really well on an XFA. Then they'll bump you into a live, and then you can change your own daily loss limit, right? Doesn't that make sense? If you're like, I want to go play football. And it's like, okay, great. No. I want to play in the NFL during the Super Bowl. Well, you've never played football before. You're not even a professional player. I don't care. Put some pads on me. Get me in the Super Bowl. Let's freaking go. Like, that's what it feels like to me, right? Versus like, if you really want to change your own daily loss limit, why don't you earn it for yourself? Prove that you can handle a bigger daily loss limit by trading your pants off, doing really, really well, getting called up to live, and then get your phone out, call up Mick and be like, yo, what's up, Mick? How's your weekend, bud? Awesome. Hey, change my daily loss limit because I've proven that I'm an actually good trader, right? Doesn't that make sense? Nah, just change it right now. Let's go. I want to full port this bad dogger. Let's go. That's what it feels like to me, right? GC says, I'm done for the day, locked out of my XFA and taking my first payout. Let's go. GC Wolf, locking my combines up as well. I missed the GC long. I called earlier because I got excited on my first XFA payout. Give it up for GC Wolf in here. Yo, congratulations. Way to hold it down. I know that you've been really, really putting in the work lately. For the last months, you've been really, really putting in that work. So congratulations to GC Wolf in here. Cutting it up, making that cash, taking his first payout. Awesome. Get those votes in here, folks. We're at 61% versus, so basically a 60-40 split. Gold just popped. I want this thing to just pop over these 700. Speaking of things popping, so then I can kind of just relax off of this trade here. Let's see if we can clear up over these 700s. We still haven't tested 700 evens yet. We kind of run out of steam. But that's not a big surprise given that we don't have a lot of news coming out this morning. We have no news here in the pre-market. Let's see if we can get up and over these 700s. I want to see how much is actually sitting there. They're showing 14 on the offer, but yeah, we still have people kind of front running it at, what is that? 699 and a quarter. Still have nobody that wants to be the first one in the pool to take those 17 contracts. It's very, very thin liquidity here. I do expect this week to be somewhat of a thin trade. We do have potentially some folks probably just taking off the trade or they probably got their positional trades in at the end of the month there, leading into the FOMC. I think it's all but determined that we're going to see the rates being on hold, which is kind of what all of the Fed fund futures are pointing towards, that the rates are going to be on hold here. So I don't really expect any surprises in the way of that. And I think that anybody who kind of took any trades did some positional trades probably last week. Let's see if we can test in these 700s. Very, very scant up here. Nobody wants to be that first one in the pool. It's funny how there really hasn't been any pre-market drastic movement, just slight carryover from Friday. Yeah, it's just been drifting, and everybody's decided that 700 is that brick wall that we won't want to buy over here. Jerome Powell here in YouTube says, here at the Federal Reserve, we removed the yearly loss limit for the country. Wow, the order book is so empty right now. This is crazy. I just really want to see this player at 700 tested. Okay, come on. There we go. Okay, they took 17 contracts. Somebody put up 5 more. So we got those 17 contracts up at 17 or at 18,700 there. I can't believe how low this liquidity is here. This is the kind of market that if Dakota was trading in his big live account, he could definitely bully the market. But then you're going to find out where the iceberg is. The tide goes out. You see who's not swimming with a bathing suit anymore. Ribs, you ever size down with minis if you're losing on the day? Oh, yeah, for sure. I tend to either not trade or size down tremendously. On an XFA, can I leave a position open into the close? You cannot. They're not, they used to have TopStep, used to have an overnight account. They no longer have that. So, no, you cannot, unfortunately. You're not allowed to do that anymore. If we did trade down to like the low 90s, maybe I'd add a third lot here and try to flip it out on the approach towards 700. But yeah, this just looks like we're running out of buyers up here at the moment that we touch those 700s. We do have about 20 contracts here wrestled below. They're probably launching mobile today, and the email also mentions it's going to be a big week of TV with fun surprises, including a Rips takeover. Yeah, I'm going to be on this afternoon with my trading buddy, Coach Dakota here. Should be able to earn that overnight trading. Well, the problem is margin requirements, right? The margin requirements to hold an NQ position overnight is extremely expensive. And if you were going to do that, they'd have to change up a lot of their parameters. And that's why it would have to be a completely different account, right? They'd have to change the amount of contracts you can trade. People are already confused about the amount of contracts that you can trade as is. Imagine if they introduced another rule and they're like, oh, for the overnight contracts, you can only hold this many. And then people are like, wait. What? How many? But I held this and then that, and then you blew my account, and then why did you do that? You know, imagine the nightmare that would be for TopStep support. It would be crazy. So they'd have to create a whole new account where they have rules. I'm thinking about closing here, actually. And people are dumping this here. Wow, we did take those 41 contracts right there at 91, though. Hold on. Seeing this, I might do one little last stand here. Watching here at these 91s. We're going to hold this or not. I'm leaning towards close again. We're not going to, yeah. Get my button, close button here. Yeah, I'm just going to cover right there. All right, so taking that off. Take a little loss here. Copied across 5 counts, so that's going to put us at $1,900 in the red there to show this what this looks like over here. Here we go. So yeah, trading across 5. We're trading 5 accounts now. I want to copy trade 5 TopStep combines there. So about $400 loss on each one. 400 times 5, about $2,000 there. Let's get that back over here. Yeah, anybody catch that short there for 700s at all? See, Doomslayer says, easy see that dump coming. Did you catch any short there, Doomslayer? Well, there you go. I do think that if we tighten things up here at if we see this holding at these 91s, I perhaps want to be looking at taking this. I'm probably going to wait until the open to be looking at trading my XFAs. But yeah, it's just looking kind of like, maybe I'll switch to trading just one account right now. That could be a better option. Why don't I do that? Since we have not much happening in the way of news here. Let's see. Let's do this one right here. Get this all set up. And I'm still not on top of my game here. We have a big announcement that's happening in Clubhouse this week. I haven't been able to get to that. Yeah, like I said earlier, I pulled a 48-hour no sleep because of this whole move and everything. So 2 contracts still holding. Nice to anybody who caught that. Nice flushecito to the downside. We are seeing a lot of those early buyers that were trying to do the same move I was, which is the breakout of 700s, getting punished here. Question is, how low do we go if we actually auction all the way down to 68s or 57s? What are your volume profile settings? Good question. The visible range volume profile right here. Those are the settings that I use. You can go back and pause the YouTube video right there. Let's see here. Rips, let's assume that I have made a profit of $3,000 in a 50K XFA and I request a payout. This means that I'll take 1.5K balance. My balance will be 1.5K with a max drawdown of 1.5K. Yeah, so when you take a payout, your drawdown goes to $0 whenever you take a payout in your XFA, because the XFA balance starts at $0. It doesn't start with 50K, 150K, or 100K. It starts at $0 balance. So whenever you take a payout on your XFA, your drawdown then moves to $0. So whatever you have left in your account is your drawdown. So the more you build up your account, the more drawdown that you have, just like a real account. So if you have $3,000 in an account, you take out $1,500, leaves you with $1,500. $1,500 going to zero means that you have a $1,500 drawdown. That makes sense? Yep, no problem there. Passed another combine overnight, taking today off to ride the Harley that I brought. Wow, nice work there. Bought a Harley from BTC Profits. I love that. That must be a nice ride. What kind of Harley did you get? My favorite is the Night Train. That's also the, what was the Terminator bike? I got one of those a couple years back. It's the wide tire in the back, not the Roadhouse. I don't know why I'm thinking about the Roadhouse. Fat Boy, thank you. It was a Fat Boy, yeah. Yeah, those things are fun. Fat Boys, oof. Yeah, that's a nice bike. We have a lot of bikers in here. Anybody big on the bikes? I used to ride street bikes, and then you get older and you just can't ride them anymore because you're gonna die. And it's not by your fault. It's by everybody else on the road. I used to. I loved riding really, really fast too. I miss it. I really do miss it. Street Glide Special. Nice, Jordy. Love that bike. I like the Night Train. Those are fun. Those are fun ones. Night Rod Special V-Rod. Woof. Beautiful. Love that. Triumphs. Yeah. Isn't it a shame? I don't know if we have a lot of motorcyclists in here and just bikers in general, but it's a real shame how much, I always put loud exhausts on my bikes, just not because I'm trying to be a jerk, but because I want you to hear me when I'm passing you on the highway. I want you to hear me coming. And that you have those nice cars that will kind of like slide off to the side a little bit. If you're splitting lanes or something, but they'll give you a gap or whatever. But man, it's terrifying out there. I think that every single one of, maybe like 2 or 3 of them, every single one of my biker friends has been in an accident. Knock on wood. I've never ever, well, knock on wood, here it is. I've never been in an accident on a motorcycle, and I hope to never be. And my wife made me get rid of a lot of my motorcycles, unfortunately. And I am currently without any. I sold my last bike, I think about 2 years ago or something. I miss it all the time. I'm one of those folks. I love riding. It's so therapeutic. The view that you get, just like a nice ride at sunset. Like, people don't understand, if you've only driven in cars, like, you have a dashboard that's in the way of you. You don't see anything, right? You have your dashboard right here. On a bike, you don't have a dashboard, so you just see everything. It's beautiful. It's like, man, it's beautiful. Yeah, I don't have any bikes left. My last bike, I think, was that Fat Boy or a Ducati or R1000. I've had a lot of bikes. I used to love to ride. Ride with hearing protection just... Yeah, you can go. I've never been a moto rider at all. Like the ones who ride in dirt bikers. I've never done that all that much. I've ridden dirt bikes before, but not all that much. That's also fun. Very much fun. On your Triumph, nice bike. Love that. After riding sport bike for many years, I'm now rocking the Suzuki DR650. Lower back can't handle the sport bike anymore. Yeah, I miss riding sport bikes. It was just, when you're younger, you make really stupid decisions, and some of those decisions is like, you make really stupid decisions on those things. Every single time I think back of, like, there's multiple times where I could have died on my bike, and it's a good thing I didn't. It's a really good thing. God was with me at those times, believe me. Oh, nice, Chucky. That's a nice setup there. Beautiful. Indians are great too, yeah. Only two type of people ride motorcycles, those who have wrecked and those who are going to wreck. Yep. Yeah. And I got out of it lucky. I never, ever wrecked. And it's just like, you're flirting with it. It's the longer you go without wrecking, the more likely it is that wreck's right around the corner. Wow. Look at this bounce now. So they shook me out. And this is just on very low liquidity here. I want to see if we get an injection of liquidity right at 9 a.m. Had 6 sport bikes, sold them all when you had a kid, couldn't risk losing her dad. That's smart there, Joe. God bless you. Yeah, you Got to do it. It's as fun as it is. It's always going to happen. You're always going to get that wreck eventually. I don't know. I mean, maybe there's a few people out there, but never rode street bikes, too risky given the need for speed. Yeah, it's really easy too. I mean, they get up and go real quick. I mean, nobody needs an R1000. That thing, nobody needs like a Ducati 848. Nobody needs like a 1099. Nobody needs an R1. Nobody needs an Hayabusa. But nobody needs those things. But by golly, those things are fun, huh? Those things are crazy. Has anybody out there ever rode a Hayabusa before? Those things. Those are crazy, crazy, crazy. That's like the G-forces on that thing. Got to lean all the way forward in that. Remember going from the R6 to the R1 and being like, what am I doing with this thing? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. I had a similar experience. It's crazy. Like, yeah, R6 has enough power, but then you go to the R1 and you're like, I'm never going to go back to anything lower than this. I love trading Mondays with new month, new week, and new day all lighting up. Yeah, it's true, Shark. It is the first trading day of June, actually, all the way here on June 3rd. Had an R1 and yeah, exactly. Oh, they're fun, though. I don't know what it is with humans and our obsession with speed, but it's fun. There's something visceral about that. It's like something deep inside of us just lights up when we go fast, and you're just like, I want more of this. You just want to keep going for more. Oh, yeah. Too many deer in Missouri on roads. Ooh, that would be scary. Hitting a deer on a bike. Oh, you know what actually did happen to me on a bike? I didn't get in an accident. I didn't actually fall off my bike, but this is a scary one. And this wasn't self-inflicted. I mean, I've had some scares that were self-inflicted where it's like you're going way too fast doing knuckleheaded stuff here. By the way, we are looking to reclaim these 91s here. You know what? Maybe I'll just put on a one lot here. Put on a one guy here for the... Well, I want to see actually if we'll see. If we reclaim 91s, we retest and hold. I want to reclaim that, put on a one guy here for that. Let's see if we pull back 91s retest at all. We're just going to get a little squeezecito. So 91s, if we actually have a little pullback and these 91s hold, I'm interested in a long here. What cars do I drive? Little this, little that. Mostly ones that take gas. Went 165 on my TL1000R, and after I did, I thought I was pretty stupid. Man, the feeling is hard to beat. It really is. And, judging from your profile picture, I think you're a fan of a lot of similar things to me. Long 82, nice work there, Angry Cube. Nice looks. All right, so let's see if we hold these 91s. If we do, and we're not. If we retest 91s and hold, then I want to be in there. 3 old muscle cars. Do you have any sports cars? I may. You never know. I might. I don't know. I feel like keeping that stuff separate from social media is a good thing. I don't know. Got to have a guzzler and a hybrid. Yeah. GP7 900R in 1988 for a week. Hit 157 on a Saturday night. Almost lost it. Sold it on a Tuesday. There you go. Smart. Yeah, so since we're not going to take these 91s, I can yap about this. I was riding down the highway. I forget which bike. It was like either an R1 or an 848 or a 949 or something like that. Sport bike. And I was riding along, and I got behind a truck, not because I wanted to, but because traffic was starting to pick up. But I was weaving and skirting around people. And then I'm driving around this truck, and I can't see anything, because it's a big truck, and I'm driving around it, going around, going left, going to the right. And it's further down the road because, on a bike when you're going fast, like you're looking to the future. You're not looking like here and now. You're looking to the future. And something out of my peripheral started to come and flash. And it was a truck that was hauling a bunch of recycled cardboard, like cardboard sheets. And one of them caught the wind and goes, blows out of the truck. And then like a big sheet of cardboard literally is coming straight at me. And I like, so, you have a split second decision of when that's happening, right? And it's like, well, if you panic, you're done. Like you're gonna ground the bike, right? You're gonna go on the ground. And I didn't want to. I didn't have racing leathers on or anything like that. Obviously, was wearing a helmet. I had like a racing jacket on, but not full leathers or anything. So like racing jacket and jeans and boots. But you always, if you're going to go fast, you better dress up, suit up for a crash, right? That's kind of the rule. But there's a big sheet of cardboard just right in my face, and it's monstrous. It's coming right for me. So I just kind of, went from like a lean to like straight. Yes, exactly, McGavin. That's what I was doing. Went from a lean to straight, and then just kind of got on the brakes as much as I could, got on the foot brakes, got on the hand brakes, and just kind of slowed down as much as I could. And the thing just still decked me. And I was probably going like 90, and that nearly like knocked me off the bike. But it felt like somebody hit me in the head with a 2x4. But it was a piece of cardboard, and it just like poof, hit me right in the face, well, the whole thing, and damaged the bike, cracked the light. But a piece of cardboard, no less. And yeah, almost fell, but ended up keeping the bike upright. And that was a big scare for me. But kept riding through that. I was like, yeah, whatever. I need some speed. Let's keep doing this. But yeah, that was a scare. That was a big one. That wasn't my fault. But everything else, I think, where I had a really bad scare was me going too fast and doing too many stupid things. Yeah, I mean, thank God it was cardboard. Thank God it wasn't an actual 2x4. It would have probably gave me a concussion, knocked me out, and car could have ran over me. But yeah, it was scary. It was very, very scary. But that was probably one of the scariest things that happened to me on a bike, where I could have. You don't realize, because like in your brain you're thinking cardboard, and then that thing smacks you going that fast, and it was like it was so hard. It hurt. It gave me a dinger. But it cracked the headlight and everything. Had to replace that, and I'm just shocked that it didn't down me. That could have been terrible there. 2 buddies die on bike. I'm so sorry. Jeez Louise, prayers up. Sorry about that. Panama City Beach. That is scary stuff. Had a quail hit you at 100? Oh my God, yeah. It's crazy. Speed plus object equals bricks for sure. Got knocked out. Hold on, I missed that, John. You got knocked out doing what? Oh my goodness. As a shorter guy, I was always precarious standing on a light because I was always on my tiptoes. Balancing a sport bike is like a house of cards. Oh my goodness. Yeah, scary, scary stuff. I'm actually surprised we have so many motorcyclists in here. That's awesome. We got a great crowd in here. I don't know. The camaraderie in that community is great. Riding on the weekends. You always toss the 2 fingers down if you're on a sport bike. I guess you do that on a Harley too, or on a hog, whatever you want to call them, big boys. The community is great though. It's very 2 wheels down. Exactly. It's great. I love it. It's awesome. The community is like, I don't know. Even in like the car community, it's not as strong. Like we all share that bond. I don't know. It's cool. All thrill seekers in here, the streets and the charts. It's true. It's very, very true. That's why sailing is better than biking. Oncoming obstruction danger. Head right for it. By the time you reach it, it'll be somewhere else. Slow motion. Daredeviling. I love that. There's no break even button on mobile view. Okay. Is that true for anybody else there? Nisha's talking about that on Top Step X mobile. Do I like the Cybertruck? I have a couple buddies who got them. It's smaller in person, in my opinion. It's way smaller in person. That was my first reaction. I was like, that's way smaller than I thought it was. It looks way smaller in person to me. I was expecting a bigger truck. I was expecting this oversized beefcake of a truck. It, to me, looked way smaller. Jesus. Yeah, it just looked way smaller in person to me. I don't know. Yeah. Every now. You think they're ugly? I don't know. They're unique. They're definitely unique. I was expecting like an F-350. Do I like the M8 competition? It's a nice car, but if you buy it brand new, you lose so much value on it. I think that's actually the M8 competition is the quickest devaluing car currently. I'm pretty sure of it. Almost positive it's the most quickly devaluing thing. Cybertruck is no Hummer. I actually looked at getting an electric Hummer. I don't know. Wasn't a big fan of it myself, but to each their own. It's a cool car. I mean, I actually was going to put it down to deposit for the edition 1, and then just ended up not really going for it. No point in buying Germans anymore unless it's a Porsche. Ooh, love those Porsches. Big fan of Porsches. If you've never driven a Porsche before, you don't like Porsches, that's probably why. Because you haven't driven it yet. People call them like oversized Beetles, which, I mean, there's a little truth to that, but Nothing beats a 911, right? Oh, and you know they got those new electric ones now that those things are so fast. I think they set a record on the Nürburgring with the new, what is it? It's not the Panamera. What's the Taycan? That's what it is. The Taycan Turbo S. I think that one set a new record on the Nürburgring out there. Thing is insane. I can't believe that thing is like totally nuts. The Taycan, yeah. Ooh, yeah, there we go. The Rimac Nevera. I want to drive one of those things. I don't know anybody who owns one personally, but I want to I want to get into one of those things. Those things are freaking badass. Those things are awesome. Having a hard time selling the Porsche EV? That's surprising. Good looking car, in my opinion. I mean, I guess you're competing against the other EVs in the market, which are Tesla EVs. But yeah, I'm a car guy. I'm a bike guy. No more bikes for me, but you know, I'm a big car guy. I like cars. Guru Patel, hey Rips, I'm going to be on Power Players today on Top Step TV. Hey, congratulations. You must be doing something right if you're on Power Players. Congratulations to you. Any advice? Just know that you're talking to about 5,000 people live. I'm just kidding. No. Yeah, no, it's just, just imagine you're in your own room. You're not talking to 5,000 people at once. And don't worry about the fact that you're speaking in front of a stadium full of people. Imagine them all naked, I guess. But have fun with it. Everybody on Top Step TV is amazing. But congratulations to you. I'll tune in for that for sure. I think I'll be coming on right after you. I'm going to be on for Power Hour with Coach Dakota. Yeah, don't have the YouTube chat up. Whatever you do, close the YouTube chat. It's terrible. It's awful. Whenever I'm on Top Step TV now, I don't have the YouTube chat open anymore because it was just too distracting. I'd take a really good trade and then I'd have somebody talking smack and then just feel bad. It's just not fun. It's not fun to be trading in that environment. Trading is hard enough. You don't need a whole section of people heckling you. You suck. You're the worst, bro. It's like, okay, sounds good, man. There's going to be a drop of the liquidity here in about 7 minutes here. 7 minutes. Yeah, you suck. Come on, make a good trade. What's funny is that a Tesla Plaid will smoke everything on four wheels, except I think the Taycan Turbo S, I think, beats the Plaid now, right? Am I wrong about that? Yeah, it's a whole... People are like throwing tomatoes at your head. It's horrible. Yeah, don't read the chat. Yeah, Coach Jay. Hey, what's up, Coach Jay? Why do you not have a blue thing? Hold on, let me get you suited and booted here. There you go. Say something again, Coach Jay. I always want to make sure I can see you. I don't know why you're not blue yet. Wait, did it not work? Hold on. Now try. One more time. Sorry. There we go. All right, sweet. Everybody give it up for Coach Jay, one of the most talented traders in the Top Step TV lineup. And I mean, he's a great coach. If you want to get into Coach Jay's coaching sessions, he does them on Discord as well as showing up to slow markets. He's on fast markets. He's on the Top Step TV lineup. He's awesome. He is such a good trader. If you want to check him out, go to discord.gg/topstep. It'll bring you to Top Step Discord. And he's got his own section in there. And how often are you doing your classes? Is it every single night that you're doing your classes? Or every single day, rather? I forget how often you're doing your coaching classes, but it's excellent stuff. If you're looking to open up your eyes to a lot of different styles of trading, Coach Jay, every day at 4 p.m. There you go, EST. So right at market close. That's right. Every single day at market close. Check out Coach Jay's sessions. Awesome stuff. Very talented trader. You have a lot to learn from Coach Jay. So check him out. He's like a blend between Rips and Dakota. That's awesome. That's a good way to describe his style there. Let me put in the link for you folks that are not there yet. Let's see. Discord.gg/topstep. Right there. Boom. And it's live with screen share and everything. It's awesome. Don't pay attention to the Top Step chat. Yeah, I don't even, whenever I'm on Top Step TV, I just don't even have it open anymore. I had it open for that 1 month where I was doing like 30 appearances in that month. I had it open. And then also when we did the takeover, I have to have it open to be interactive. But yeah, don't do it anymore. The trolls won on that one, and that's fine. They can have their space over there. Good morning, Rips. Would you mind sharing how you check what times liquidity injections happens, or does it happen at the same time every single day? It does happen every single day. Similar times, unless there's a specific news headline that is predicating that we are going to have a specific liquidity injection at a period of time. So, for instance, there's big liquidity injections during FOMC at specific times that there aren't on regular days. So, good way to remember it is like 8:30, 9 o'clock, 9:25. Sometimes there's a 9:28 injection. 8:15 is a good one as well. That's equity induced because they do late orders and that changes things around. But yeah, there's just specific times. The more that you're watching these markets, the more that it'll make sense. The big ones at the end of the day are going to be 30 minutes to close, 10 minutes to close, 5 minutes to close. Those are the ones you want to watch. Those are MOC orders that are going off and a lot of order matching liquidity there. Top sub chat is basically 90% of people asking for fire drills and provide nothing positive overall. It's either people talking smack, asking for fire drills, asking, complaining, but there's a good portion of chat. That's the thing that I miss is that there's actually, I'd say it's a little bit higher. I think it's like 65 to 70% is actually very good chatters, very supportive people. So can you talk about today's coming up data? Yeah, so we do have let me pull up the schedule. I keep forgetting. Keep in mind, this week I'm just a little bit off simply because of the whole relocation and everything into the new studio. So we do have the ISM new orders, prices paid, and employment numbers, manufacturing numbers all out at 10, and then global manufacturing PMI out at 945 there. Very diplomatic. I mean, it's true, though. That's the thing I miss is like 70% of the chat is actually really sweet, awesome, cool people. And then 30% just kind of is either spam or just negative people. How's the new studio feel? Awesome. Oh, it's so great. I can't wait to do a studio tour on social media. I'm going to have that done on my social media. If you follow me over, there it is, at Selling Rips. You follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I post more behind the scenes stuff on Instagram. And that's where that's going to be growing quite a bit on Instagram. There's going to be a lot of big announcements coming up in that space. So if you don't follow me there already, and that's kind of your MO, you like to see sort of the behind the scenes of the trader type of thing, that's where I'm going to be posting a lot more content, tons and tons and tons of more content there over the next few days. You know what? As we are coming into this 9 a.m. hour, I'm going to go ahead and grab myself a little bit of some Blue Mountain. Be right back. And we're back. Look at that. See how fast that was? New studio. Blue Mountain's a lot closer. Will you do me a favor, folks? If it is that time for you to go ahead, reach down, crack open a cold one with me. It is time to get a nice ice cold taste of those Rockies there. Yes. Ice cold, crispy, cool Mountain Blue. Right there at 6 o'clock in the morning, my time. That is delicious. When is the new studio tour? It is coming. Don't you worry. Yeah, I don't have straws, so there you go. Don't forget the straw. I know. No straws today. Still dealing with, I don't know where anything is right now. This is actually, you know what? This is a slept on flavor right here. This might be one of my favorite flavors of all time. And it changes from time to time. How many of you folks out there like nectarines? During the summertime, that's like my go-to fruit. I'm a big fan of nectarines. I like nectarines and strawberries, but nectarines in the summertime, a nice ice cold nectarine. I don't know why, but that hits different, right? This right here tastes like you're biting into a fresh nectarine. This is raspberry peach right here. That one, raspberry peach. It literally tastes like you're biting into an ice cold nectarine. It's delicious. I can't stop ranting about this one. Do you get up at 3 a.m. to fix your hair? No. I get up at midnight. It takes 3 hours to do this, bad dogger. No. I mean, I actually, I didn't even shower this morning, to be honest with you. It's hectic over here in the Rips HQ. It's hectic, I tell you. I'm not kidding. I rolled out of bed. Look, you see that? I'm not lying. Look at that. Got like a palm tree growing back here. What is that? Something going on back there. I hope there's some good trades here off the open. I really want to get some trading done. I don't know if I'm going to trade in my XFAs, though. If you folks are hoping for that, I don't know. Maybe I will. I don't know. I'm still undecided on this. Maybe we trade like, I don't know, try to do like an opening print trade here. But I got so much going on in my world that's going to be simmering down by the end of this week. And hopefully once it all simmers down, then we can be, I think next week is going to be a lot better. It's FOMC week. Thankfully, I didn't get the relocation done during FOMC week. Hopefully we're all settled by then. We should be there. Y'all drinking human waste. It's delicious human waste. I love it. Monday and sometimes Friday are for combines. I like that one. I like that a lot. Come on, Rips. You can blow them like 6 times over and still have past combines available. Let's get it. Nah, I don't want to go through the supply. That's not the idea. I'm not trying to be reckless. 18,760 or 18,630. Let's do a poll. How many likes do we have so far? All right, we got to 575 likes. Let's do a poll. Oh wait, we got to end this one first. I got to get better ending polls. So wow, look at that. So you folks are almost 50-50 here. 55-45 on the poll. Do you want Top Step to remove the daily loss limit and allow you to set your own? I'm telling you right now, folks, if you're one of the people who voted yes on that, you're going to run into trouble. I'm just telling you, you should work towards earning that. Really, you should really think about, why did you vote yes? Why not work towards earning that? Pass a combine, get it to the XFA, and then trade that XFA so well that Top Step literally has to say, bro. Just like that, by the way. We got it. But yeah, Mick goes to MP and he's like, bro. And MP's like, what's up, bro? And then Mick's like, bro, we got to bring this person in the lie. I don't know where I'm going with this, but it's because I said bro. I had to go with it. But no, if you get pulled up to the live, then you can change your own daily loss limit with Mick. I have his cell phone number. I mean, I could text him at any time and say, hey, change my daily loss limit in my live account. I mean, I don't have a lot of room in there right now. I have less than $10,000 in that account. But yeah, if I wanted to change it, I just hit him up. Like, imagine if I had that account trading at like $100,000 in it, and I wanted to mimic what I have going on in here in my 5 XFAs. I have $15,000 a daily drawdown, and I can take a maximum size of 75 contracts, which is ridiculous, right? Absolutely ridiculous. So I could say, hey, Mick, change my risk parameters to a 75 contract max and a $15,000 drawdown. He'd probably say, you're ridiculous, but whatever. I mean, probably, I don't think he'd do it, to be honest, with only a $100,000 balance. I don't know. I think that they'd probably want like 200,000 in there. They'd probably do it with 200,000. Maybe they do it. I don't know. But the point is that you should be able to earn your daily loss limit. You should be able to earn a bigger one. If you don't like the one on Top Step, either buy a bigger account. I mean, $3,000 for a daily loss limit, and you can trade as few contracts as you want. That's tons of money. That's a ton of money. And if you're trading that on 5 of them, that's $15,000. That's a ton of money. Crazy. Which time frame am I usually on? 5 minute. Usually for my trades and executions, mapping out my trades hourly or 15-minute. This over here, well, it's not even showing. Well, good question there. Yeah, so we're over on the 5. This is what I usually am trading off of. This is what I'm eyeing some trades with right there. You can see we're kind of holding above those 91s again, but this is such thin liquidity, not very congruent, not very easy to trade. You won't create good habits with no daily loss limit. I agree with you, Kellyanne. It's very true. I'm a little bit disappointed that we had that many people voting that you want to remove it. I'm disappointed. I'm going to say right now, I'm a little bit disappointed in you folks that voted for that. I'm surprised. I thought we had I thought we had people that were all about keeping things nice and tight in here. I thought we had that in here. Come on. Come on. The daily loss limit is amazing. It's going to save your tuchus, I tell you. It's going to save your tuchus a lot more than not. It really is. Tango says, I'm a gambler and I want that daily loss limit. See, it helps you. And you know what? Let's say that you're on tilt one day. Imagine that thing pulling you out of tilt because it stops you for the day. And then I think it's like one of the best things is that you can't lose your fresh account in a day. Like if you have an account pumped up with a balance, you definitely can't lose it in a day. But if it's your brand new account, you can't lose it in one day. That's amazing. What if your first day you're so nervous and you go on tilt? It's the motorcycle. Oh, it's so funny. It really is. We don't wear helmets either. All right, let's run our poll here. Will the NQ end the day above or below? Let's do 18. We're going to do it on our Clubhouse level here, 691.25. There we go. Above, below, and then all right. Go ahead and vote in the poll. So will the NQ end the day above or below 18,691 quarters? Terrible idea to remove the daily loss limit. It only took 2 different times of hitting daily loss limit before I changed my personal daily loss limit to 1,000 on a 150K account. I love that twin trading. That is responsible stuff right there. Matt says Rips was the crazy movement on Friday based off of portfolio rebalance at the end of the month. Yes. Had a lot to do with that, as well as there was an easy squeeze on low liquidity when you get that many folks that are short. Probably a lot of shorter term traders in that couldn't hold that position, right? And you have a lot of folks that are not going to hold. Maybe they want to be out running into the Fed blackout period. There's a lot of different things at play, but that's definitely one of them. The end of balance, end of month rebalance of the portfolios there for sure. What's the code for 60% off? It's just the link there, Mohammed. But if you say it 3 times, I'll give you a special code. Or 4 times, 6 times. If you say it 6 times, I'll give you this special code that I don't give to anybody else. But you have to copy paste 6 times, not 2. 2 is, that's soft. We got to pick those numbers up. Lost 700 trading MNQ. How is it possible? Read the market wrong. MNQ, you can lose a lot of money. Don't agree with no daily loss limit, but can't vote up or down day because I can't predict the future. So always choose the third option. Yeah, that third option. I try to do something silly for it all the time. DLL saved me 3 times already. You see that? Waleed, how'd you know? How did you know? Wow, here comes these 700s again. Lickety split. Injection coming in about 13 minutes here, so we're going to hold off. I think I'm just going to trade a single account for this. I don't know. Do I want to trade my 5 again? I don't know. Maybe I trade 2 accounts. I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling about this. Do I trade 2 accounts? Do I trade 1 account? I don't want to trade my express funded accounts, so, or I could. I don't know. I'm feeling iffy, and usually when I'm feeling iffy, probably just best to lay off. Plus, it's the first day in the new studio, and it's still not done yet, so go all in. There you go. My first day, I scalped and made $1,000, and have been losing ever since, but no worries. I have to learn to hold longer, shaking my head. Maybe your style is more scalpy, right? Maybe it's more scalpy, and the frequency of trades should be lower, right? Something like that. I'm up 29.97.60 in my combine. Will Top Step pass me, or do I really need to hit? No, you don't need to hit exactly 3,000 ever. That's just the cap that you can make in a single day. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I missed your question. So is your balance 52,997 and 60 cents? Is that what you're saying? If it is, you have to go above. It doesn't have to be exact. Above 53,000 is what you have to do, but you can't make more than $1,500 in a single day. So you can make $800, $800, $800, and then $600, and then the next day you can make $1,200. It's going to overshoot that $53,000 mark, but you just can't make more than $1,500 in one single day. That's it. That's the only rule. You can overshoot that $53,000. I've passed accounts with, 50. Well, in my case, it's like 160,000 before. I've done it with like 159, 700. So yeah, there you go. How many years you been trading? For 10 years now. 10 years. Lock it up and finish tomorrow. There you go. Yeah, exactly right. Wait, did he, what's the update, Astro Nerd? If you can let me know. I can't bring that up right now. What's the update? Did he buy more? Did he buy more shares of GME? Because you can't buy options yet. You cannot buy options. Rips, with the 50K, can you only trade 5 micros? Nope, you can trade 50 micros now. 5 minis, 50 micros on Top Step X. So that's the good news there. So this was the original move I was looking for, the 700 blowout, but hey, on a thin market, easy to have bad timing. I know somebody was in from 82. Are you still holding that position from 82? They're saying it's fake, but he's on E-Trade, not in TD, right? He's on E-Trade. I'm pretty sure that's E-Trade, if I'm not mistaken. Still long from that range. Nice work there, Stevie. Way to go. Nice. Angry Cube re-entered. So we are 20 minutes from the market open here, folks. We're going to be trading this up. I'm probably just going to trade it on one account, to be honest with you. Trade it on one account, maybe two. Maybe I'll just copy this on two accounts. Hold on, let me set this up. Bum, bum, bum. All right, got that. I'll do two accounts. And once I get settled here, I'm going to get back to trading 5 accounts or trading my 5 XFAs. I refuse to trade 1 XFA at a time right now. Got to maximize that value. Genuine question, not trying to be sarcastic. What was the reason for TopStep initially not allowing scaling micros at first? It's a great question. I understand you're not being sarcastic. It's a platform backend issue with the way that they built out their reporting that they could not do it. So they still can't do it on any platform but TopStep X. But I'm assuming that it'll come to other platforms for sure. I mean, I fully expect TopStep to be the largest in the space very soon here. I really do expect that. All right, folks, quick restroom break here before we get started. Be right back. we're back. I got lost. On the way back here. Oh my goodness. Couldn't find my way back, but here we are. What does Combine mean? It's the test account. It's the account where you figure out if you are able to make it to the funded level. Rips, the link for 60% off doesn't work. Try clicking it even harder. No, I'm kidding. The 60% off does work, but it's a little bit confusing. The price that you're seeing is already the 60% discount. I'm working on getting a special coupon code that you folks can put in that will do an additional discount. That's coming soon, but it's a work in progress. It's tough to build out, so stay tuned for that. That's something that we're working on here. We have the market opening in under 13 minutes here. Right now, the longs are looking good. I would like to be putting in a position, just kind of letting it work here. What I'm looking for is a move potentially all the way back above these 750s here. If we get that move above these 750s, blowing out that 784 3/4 there to the top side would be everything that I'm looking for. So that is potentially what I'm looking for. Finished my combine last night. Hey, there you go, Philip. Philip Bonner in the house. Very, very nice. Love to see that there. Just curious, you trade very good. Why you trade with Top Step instead of a live account? You can trade both if you want. You can trade with your own money. You could trade on a live account. You can take your profits from your XFAs and put that into a live account. Now, just keep in mind, so for me, let's say perfect scenario, right? Let's say that I can get a combine and I trade in the 150Ks. I get a combine for 149, right? So I'm in for 150 bucks. I pass it. To activate it into the XFA cost me another 149. So I'm in for 300 bucks. I take my first payout. They take out $149 off my credit card bill for buying that month of combine. So I'm really in for a 149. Now, what do they give me for that at the XFA level? That's essentially the same as them depositing $4,500 into a brokerage account for me. And if I lose that $4,500, I don't owe them a dime. I don't owe them any money. They get $149. That's it. Now, if I went to Ninja Trader, Trade of 8, AMP Trading, and I said, hey, here's $149. Fill up my account with $4,500 worth of equity. Anything over $4,500, I get to keep. But you assume all the risk. Is that cool? They would hang up on me. Simple as that, right? So for $149, for somebody who can trade and having somebody deposit $4,500 in your account, but you can, and then you get to keep everything over that. That seems like a pretty dang good deal for me, right? That's a good deal right there. And if I lose the money, I don't owe anybody anything. That's great. That's the way that I look at it. And people are like, oh, you get a 150K account, you get a 100K account, you get this, you get that. No, you get $4,500 in your account. You pay them $149. That's it. Anything over the $4,500, you get to keep. For the most part, that's how that works. So that's the way that I look at it. And that's why I do it. Have I been trading for 10 years on Top Step? No, I only started trading on Top Step in July. July is when I started trading on Top Step. I've always traded my own money before that. And it's a totally different ball game. And trading futures, I traded my own money. But it's a different ball game. It's a totally different ball game. You're not going to find this deal anywhere else where you're going to get that much equity from a company and then you don't really assume much of the risk yourself. I mean, if you can't trade too, it's a really great option for you too, because instead of you actually losing money, because, here's the thing. You can tell somebody and say, hey, go trade a paper account, and they're not going to respect that, right? But if you say, hey, trade this combine account, and they're actually putting a little bit of money up, $49, $99, $149, you put a little bit of money up, you have some skin in the game, and you can feel it, right? You feel it, but you're not risking thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars unless you're a knucklehead and you're going crazy and you're resetting, you're doing all this stuff. But if you have some self-control and you're actually serious about learning how to trade, this is the best way to do it. Because you're not, you're not risking your own capital, you're not putting any of your own capital into play, and gives you a great market experience. Because paper trading only gets you so far, and for most people, you need a level of self-control and dedication to the cause of learning to trade. And most people are going to say, okay, well, I'm going to try this. And then you make a couple good trades. You're up a few $100. Maybe you increase your size. You lose those trades. And then before you know it, you got a $9 million position on. You're like, yeah, that's paper trading for most people. It's not very effective. If you have a company like Top Step, then hey, there you go. Markets are launching here, by the way. Going crazy. Look at this. Big old green candle there. Holy smokes. What a green candle. Not to mention the sheer amount of cash collateral you need even for one NQ contract with most brokers. Yeah, so if you're on like NinjaTrader, Tradeovate, AMP, I think it's $1,000 for the NQ, right? You need $1,000. If your balance goes below $1,000, boom, you're liquidated. Instantly. They liquidate you. So you have to have like, $3,000 in an account just to trade one single NQ contract. IBKR is like 18,000. Yeah, when I first traded on Tradeovate or TD, whatever it is, Thinkorswim. I was trading on Thinkorswim, same deal. It was like 19,000 or 18,000, whatever it was, for one single NQ contract. It's insane. Absolutely insane. But yeah, to comfortably trade like one to two NQ minis, you're going to have $3,000, $5,000 in your account because you start to dip into those margin requirements. They liquidate you, lickety split, and they're not going to give you a good price. My source said that Roaring Kitty's post is fake, and also they are bitter because they tried to copy trade him a few weeks ago and got wrecked. I wonder if it is. We'll find out. Maybe somebody bought that account, right? Some folks assumed, not we, sorry, I don't know why I said we. Some folks had assumed that the Roaring Kitty Twitter account was compromised. So maybe the Reddit account was compromised as well. Let's get those likes up, folks. If we get to, let's say, 1,200 likes today, we'll do a giveaway before the stream's up. Caught that movement with 3 lots. Let's go, Jonathan. Nice work. Do you have less emotions when trading on Top Step instead of live account? I try to be as emotionless as possible. We're humans, so it's hard to turn off that part of your brain, that emotional response. But, I don't know if it's a different type of emotion. I always want to be a winner, right? I always want to do my best and win trades, but I understand that you're going to have a bunch of losing trades in your trading career. Try to keep those losses small, of course, but yeah, it's maybe it's a little bit of an emotional difference, but it feels the same to me. I don't know. It feels a little bit pretty much intertwined with the regular old feeling of trading because, my live account is a live account. XFAs, they feel like a live account to me. Hey, Rips, could you whisper a little something to Top Step? There's a small issue with the news marked on the chart in Top Step X. It doesn't show local time set on computer, but with Chicago. I don't think they're going to change that, but I'll mention it to him, Adam. It's a good suggestion. And for one lot, but copying 5, this would be massive. Yeah, exactly, right? Copying 5 accounts is crazy. Absolutely happy to answer all your questions. I answer as many questions as I can here. SW had a great London session, open and expected lower, but I was wrong. Strategies didn't play out today. Happens, hit personal daily loss. Limit on 4 accounts, locking it up. Has held losers for far too long. Good luck all. Thank you for sharing. Looks like you did well on your green accounts though. Nicely done there. Yeah, you don't, Ricky's right. You don't get the tax benefit. It's not capital gains when you're trading on Top Step. It's a 1099 contractual or W4, whatever the heck it is. Is this discount linking working for anyone else or just me? So like I said, the discounted rate is going to be $49.99 or $149. That's how that works. For PMI, if it comes in hotter, does the NQ go up to? No. PMI comes in hotter, then I think that perhaps we could see a sector rotation out of tech into industrial. So I would think that maybe not. I think NQ might come on down. That would be my call on that. Well, I've seen you in here before, but that just earned you to never see you again. So can be a little bit cleaner than that. There's other ways to say that without saying what you said. Can write off all the combines anyway, at the very least. You sure can. Absolutely. Comes in hotter, switch to Russell and short. There you go. I like that, Rhodes. Very, very nice. Is crude selling? Let's see. Let's pull up crude here. Wow, look at that. We are coming down here. Coming down on crude. 76.14 is the level there on crude. We are about 3 minutes now from the market open. I'm going to be trading, I think, let's see, copied on 2 accounts here. So we'll see if we can get what we're looking for. Go back to Ninja Trader over here. Get all suited and booted. I hope everybody has a great trading day today. We'll trade a little bit here on YouTube and see if there's anything to continue trading in Clubhouse together. How do you write off the combines as expenses? Yeah, you can do it all under your business. Could be cost of doing business there. I am in the new studio, Kim. It's work in progress, as you can see. Very naked. It's coming together. I had to do a studio tour once it's all set up on my Instagram. If that's your thing, that's where I'll be posting that. Or maybe a little bit on YouTube. We'll see. What did I miss there from Lenny? I'm going to end the poll here. Yeah, 30 days. You can flip a micro in 30 days if you're concerned about losing your account. 2-minute warning, folks. Stream Deck's going in my lap. P&L is going to go back to the position P&L, which of course is flat. So 60% said above, 23% said below, and 15% do not want to wear helmets today. All righty. Good responses so far. I like it. I'm a tax pro. It's $10.99 miscellaneous, and you're going to want Schedule C 1040 along with it. Thank you, Wally. That is some good advice. It sounds like you know what you're talking about. It sounds like the type of emails that I get from people who are way smarter than me in that realm. I get those emails and I go, yep, sure, whatever you say. It sounds good. Show me where to sign. Show me where to write the check. That's usually how those exchanges go. I don't know. I trust you. Go for it. What are your thoughts on automated strategies on Ninja? Work during the trading hours. I'm having a hard time catching trades. Yeah, just set up an ATM and let the trade work. I think it's a great strategy. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. I like it a lot. Alrighty, folks. We are 40 seconds away. Good luck, everybody. Make sure I have the right account selected here. Yes. Okay. See if we can trade it up here. We still are holding above these 700s. I'm looking for basically that push up to 716 to hold. We're going to get a lot of order matching here on Monday. So maybe we can catch a nice little percasito here to the top side. Canada PMI is coming out first. We get the American numbers 15 minutes later. Wow, it is pushing up. 5 seconds still open here. Good luck, everybody. Let's make today great. Watching. We're holding 716s here still. Watching on this pullback. Amazon's coming down. Microsoft, a little bit of a pullback there. We're rejecting right now at 716, but if we can refresh and hold that level, I'm interested in going long there. Google's perking up. Microsoft can't figure it out yet. Apple's going up. So a little pullback here. If we can get pulled back to around these 700s, perhaps looking at a trade here to the long side. As this is pulling back. Very thin liquidity still. All right, going long here. Seeing if we're going to hold these 700s. We have room all the way down to 691. I'm actually going to move my stop. Oh, adding there. Definitely some buyers here on the tape, but some cappers between 710 and 715. Adding again. We want to see this strong over 716 here. Slight pullback in NVIDIA. Watching 716 for the trigger. Still kind of holding here. Very low liquidity. I think that the market's probably waiting for the print that's due out in 15 minutes. 13 minutes now. Doing an ad. Watching 16s for the blowout. Adding into this build. 20s are blowing out here. Watching for this 20 squeeze. Adding. Looking for 25s. Beautiful. There it is. That's the one we wanted. Gorgeous move. All right, we're going to ride one there, but the rest to break even. That's the move we were looking for. All right, stopped out. Cool. So that was it. That was the move I was looking up for. Let's see what that's putting us at. We were down $1,900. Now we are up $2,000. If I was copying across 5 accounts, that would have been massive, but there we have it. This is the lay of the land here. Brought to you by Hotkeys, ladies and gentlemen. So we lost 400 in each account and decided to trade 2 accounts there, and that's what we did. That's how we got it suited and booted over there. That's the lay of the land this morning. Anybody else catch that there? That was, God bless these hotkeys. That was thanks to hotkeys that I was able to maneuver that position like I did. And on that pop, just pulling out right there. Got a nice little exit right there. Nice. Austin got it for 700. Very nice. Luna caught it in the combine. Can you use the hotkeys on Top Step X? Yes. There's a version for Top Step X. They will be coming out for Ninja Trader soon. So hold on to your butts for that one there. So that felt good. That was a nice trade. That was the type of scalp I was looking for. Built into the position. What am I saying? Built into the position on that pullback there. That's what we're looking for. Fun stuff. So I will be on Top Step TV later on. Folks on YouTube, I hope you have a great rest of your trading day. If we would have had 1,000 likes here and now, I would continue, but we are only at 734. So make sure tomorrow, show up early, get those likes in early, smash that like button. And once we do the opening trade tomorrow, if we have 1,000 likes or more, we'll continue streaming for like another extra hour. So appreciate you folks tuning in here on YouTube. Make sure you go check out Top Step TV. I'll be on later on this afternoon. Folks in Discord, do not go anywhere. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you folks on YouTube bright and early tomorrow. We're finishing up $2,000, 2016 and 52 cents. Take care, everybody. We'll catch you bright and early tomorrow. Take care.